Here's the problem that nobody ever really tells you about with meditation or sleep tracks that you get from YouTube or Spotify. There's two problems, actually. Hang with me for just a minute and I'll make it make sense why maybe those things have not been getting you the results that you really, really want. And look, I'm not bagging on those platforms, by the way. They serve a purpose. But there's something fundamental that breaks the process when you're looking for sacred frequencies or solfeggio or tracks for your daily practice. Take sleep tracks, for instance, though. You see all these 8-hour sleep tracks on YouTube, right? Well, they're not 8-hour pieces of music. They're like 5 or 10-minute pieces of music that loop 100 or 90 times a night. And every time that resets, your brain picks up on that change. And it's like somebody's like poking you every few minutes while you're trying to go to sleep. Your ears might not register, but your brain does. And a bigger problem was this, especially for tracks that claim to include brainwave entrainment. When you press play, you're probably in beta. It met you in beta. But that's not where you fall asleep. And that's not where you want to go. Your brain wants to get down into delta to sleep. So you could press play on a delta track and you could be in beta and it's never going to get you there. But let's say you're streaming like a theta track, 4 to 8 hertz. When you finally fall asleep, your brain's trying to move down into delta, 1.5 to 4 hertz. Well, the music won't let you because it's entraining you and keeping you at 6 or whatever they're at, right? So it won't ever let you fall into a deep sleep. So that's why we build the entrainment arc at Sonic Soulworks the way we do. We start at alpha or beta and we move you into theta and then we move you into delta and we keep you there. So it doesn't ever re-loop. A normal track on YouTube or Spotify, when it re-loops, it pops you back up into alpha and then you have to work your way down into delta again, and it never works like that. That's why it's way more complicated and difficult to build an 8-hour or 10-hour sleep arc into a track. You have to cut every pulse up individually and move them through that whole time. But that's why Deep Rest and Repair is so popular on our site. It's literally an 8, 9, 10-hour entrainment arc that then brings you down into delta and then kind of moves you back into alpha as you're getting ready for the morning. So that's the way all of our tracks are like that. I mean, we have some tracks that meet you in alpha and keep you in alpha, or meet you in alpha or beta and move you into gamma, or meet you in alpha and move you into theta, but those aren't meant for repeats. Like Rescue is a good example. The Stillwater sessions are a good example of those tracks that will meet you in a brainwave state. They'll bring you where you want to be, and then you stop and you move on, and it's good. That's the difference. So look at I think you got to be really intentional and thoughtful when you're choosing where you're getting your sacred frequency tracks from. If you want to experience the difference, you've heard me say this a million times, there's a link in my bio. Go click the link. Go find Sonic Soulworks. Get a free account. When I say free, I mean free. There's no credit card, no trial, no goofiness. And just experience the difference. And if it works for your body will tell you. And then if you want to go deeper, we have some cool ways for you to do that. All right. Hope that makes sense.